everybody, and welcome to the character showcase for LEGO The Hobbit. Today we're going to be going through all 98 characters in this entire game. There may actually be more because it may not count the characters that we unlocked during story, because you can see right up there it says 98. So let's get started. First off, we are Thorin Young, which is the first character that you unlock in the entire game. So this character can buddy up with other small characters and can use his axe to smash the cracked Lego plates. Then next up is Thrain, which was a character that only appeared to be a second character in the first level. He can do the hammer smash just like Dwalin and can also buddy up. Then we got Balin Young, who can do the same things as Thorin Young. And then we got Thror, who is the king of the Dwarf of Erebor, who gets his mind rotted with gold. Can do the same things as most other dwarf characters. And then we got the Armored Dwarf Guard, which can do the buddy up, of course, but can also use the dwarf stacks, which characters such as Gloin and Nori, and I think that guy's name is Oin. Yeah, that's Oin. And then next up, those are all the characters that you unlock in the first level. Then next up we got Frodo Baggins, the main protagonist of Lord of the Rings, as well as Sam. We'll talk about Sam in a minute, but Frodo can only do the buddy up abilities, and you get this character in between the first level and the second level. Same with Sam, but Sam is so much better than Frodo. So Sam, he can dig up soil and grow plants just like Feely, and he can also do the buddy up, but he can also set things on fire, which is a very rare ability that I think like one DLC character that I know of has. Then we got Bilbo Hobbiton. So he can only do the buddy up. And then we got Bilbo. So Bilbo can interact with Wraith Lego pieces because of the one ring that he has. And also he can buddy up, and he can also fish. So let's just show you Bilbo real quick. So he looks pretty nice with his little shirt on. And then he's got Sting, of course. And I just wanted to show you Bilbo. He's also got his fishing pole and his walking stick. Awesome. Then next up we've got Gandalf the Grey. So Gandalf can smash blue magic Lego objects and can light up dark places. So let's just go switch on over to Gandalf. So he's got his sword. I forgot what it's called. It's some elven name because it's like a really cool elven sword. And then he can do the wizard light up ability, and he can also do his like this thing. That, yes. So then, next up we got Balin, who can do the same things as Balin Young. So basically every character in Thorin's company can do the exact same thing, except for a few exceptions. So we've got Balin, and then we got Bifur, who can also do the dwarf stacks, but as well as everything else. And then we got Bofur, who is one of the only characters that can actually like mine the Lego loot. Like when you got it on the ground, you can like mine it and like play the minigame. And then this guy, Bomber, has a very specific ability. He can do the belly bounce, which is where you walk up to a picnic blanket. He lays down, and then you feed him some food, and then he becomes a trampoline for you. And then we've got Dory. Dory is the character with the flail. So Dory's like an amazing character for just mowing down enemies. And as well as he can do the anything with the gold Lego pieces. Yeah, the attached to Lego hooks. That. And then we got Dwalin, who can also do the hammer smash, such as Thrain. And then we got Feely, who can also do the soil. And then we got Keely, who is the bow and arrow guy. And then we got Gloin, who can do nothing, just like Balin. And then we got Nori, who can also do the dwarf stacks. We got Oin, who can do the dwarf stacks. And then Nori, who has the slingshot. So Ori, with his slingshot, has a very special ability, as he's the only character in the game with a slingshot, I am pretty sure. We might find out that somebody else has it later in the episode. But he can do all of those slingshot themed puzzles like the color and then just spamming it. And then we got normal Thorin, not Thorin Young, though he looks no different. Like, maybe he has a bit less hair. That might be it. Then we got Dory Young and Dwalin Young, who can do the same things as either of those. And then we got Radagast, who can cure the darkness from the sick creatures, which is another exclusive ability. So, Radagast, he can walk up to any of those creatures, and he goes, "Ah!" And then he just takes the crystal off and then sticks it next to the creature. And then it'll get you a mithril brick sometimes. And then we got Goblin Confused, which was the first character in the game that could climb the Goblin Lego walls, but there are many others down below. The Goblin Lego walls are things that only goblins can do. And then we got Legolas, who can shoot the Lego targets, and has the Elven Agility, which means he can jump high. Same with Tauriel, who has the same abilities. And then we got Bomber Barrel, who is like an absolute beast. He just goes around in a circle like this, destroying any enemies in his way. Then we got Tauriel Lake Town, who's the same as Tauriel. And then we got Balin Lake Town, and so now we're getting into all the Lake Town variants. Bilbo Lake Town, Dwalin, Dory, Gloin, Nori, Ori, and then Thorin Lake Town. Oh, as well as Bifur and Bomber. And then we got Bard, who's got, like, no abilities. He can shoot targets, I guess. Then we got Feely Lake Town. And then Bilbo Old, who is the first character in Lord of the Rings. He's got the same abilities as Bilbo. He just looks older. And then we have the one, the only, the literal god in Middle-earth, Tom Bombadil. He can dig up soil and grow plants. And then we got Bomber Young, who can do the same things as Bomber. We got Thror Armored, who's got the same stuff as Thror. Then we have a Gundabad Orc, who can do literally nothing. And then a Barrow White. I want to see what that guy looks like. Oh, that's what he looks like. Who can smash the Morgul pieces. And then we got Saruman, who's the first character that we have that can destroy the mithril or silver objects. He just shoots his stuff at them, and then boom. And then we got Elrond Gown, who has the Elven Agility. Same with Lindir. And then Yazneg, who's got an axe. And then there's the Goblin Scribe and Grinnaw, though the Goblin Scribe is a short one who can fit in the Lego hatches. But both of these guys can climb the Goblin walls. Same with Gollum, but Gollum can also fish at jetties. I actually kind of want to see him fish, because that would be funny to see. I'll see if I can find a clip of that. You can also look online. And then we've got Barlaman Butterbur, who's the owner of the Prancing Pony. And then we've got Beorn, who is a skin changer. So just hold in on circle, and then he turns into his bear form. And now you got a fully playable character as his bear form. Awesome. And then we've got the Mirkwood Elf Archer, who can shoot targets and has the agility. Then we got the Mirkwood Elf Guard, who's got the Elven Agility. And then we have Bolg, who can do the Hammer Smash, just like Dwalin. And then we got the Mirkwood Elf Chief Guard, who can shoot Lego targets. We have Elros, who can also do the Lego targets. And then Thranduil, the king of King of Mirkwood. And then we've got Narzug and the Elf Sentry. Then we have the Elf Worker, and then the Master of Lake Town, who can do nothing. But then we got Alfred. Oh, Alfred. You were so funny in the movies. Except for you didn't exist in the books. And then we got Braga, and then the Lake Town Man Guard and Archer version. And then Percy, who can fish. I don't remember Percy at all. And then we've got Tilda, Sigrid, and Bane. I think that those are Bard's children. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. And then we have Fimble. And then the Witch King of Angmar, who will become a Nazgul. And then we've got Azog Claw, who is sort of a big character. Actually, no, he's not that tall. And he can do the hammer smash, and he's got his claw hand. And then we have the Necromancer, which is early Sauron, before he becomes, well, real Sauron. And then we've got real Sauron, who can also light up dark areas and smash mortal objects. But it's Sauron in his fire form, so he's not Sauron yet. And then we've got the Dale Soldier and Elrond Armored. And then we have Galadriel herself and Rosie Cotton, who will become Sam's future wife after the events of Lord of the Rings. And then we've got Keeley Laketown. This is where we get into the unlockable versions of some of the people, like of some of the Laketown dwarves. And then we've got Keeley, Oin, and Beaufort Laketowns. And then we've got the Bree Peasant, who is actually Peter Jackson in disguise. Peter Jackson made a cameo in the Lord of the Rings movies, and then they just brought him over to the Hobbit game, but he didn't have any character in Lord of the Rings. And then we've got Gimli the Blacksmith, who can mine the Lego loot, and always completes a perfect forge. That is interesting. That is an interesting ability. The only other way to do that is, like, through skill or something, or the red brick that you get later, that you get after you do this. There's a guy that gives you perfect forging for 5 million studs. And yeah, Gimli is actually pretty cool, but you have to forge everything for you to get him, so there's really no point in having him. And then we've got the Orc Berserker, who can perform the epic strength abilities. I actually kind of want to look at this guy. This guy looks pretty cool. This is this is a Big Fig after they were introduced in 2013 with Lego Marvel Superheroes. And then we get into the ultra big characters, such as the Great Goblin or the Goblin King. And then the Goblin Brute. And then we got Bert, Tom, and William, all the trolls. The trolls that are trying to eat Bilbo and company. And then we got Miss Troll, their mom. Yeah, it's their mom. We do a bunch of quests for her, and it's pretty funny. Can't look at that. And then finally, for the characters that are in the base game, we have the Troll Bouncer. It's basically just a troll wearing a suit. And then we get into all the custom characters, and then these are the characters that you will use to get some strength handles open if you don't already have these characters up here. But now we get into the DLC characters with the Snow Troll character. That's pretty cool. His head is like looking down. And then we got Baby Smaug. He can smash mithril bricks and set fires just like Sam. That is the only other character who can do the set fires. And then there is Bandabros Took, the bull roarer who invented the game of golf and is Bilbo's descendant. He can dig up soil, he can buddy up, and he can set Lego fires. I did not know that. So there are 3 characters in the entire game that can set Lego fires. And then we've got the Stone Dwarf, who can do nothing. Then Gimli as a baby. Wow, Gimli, you're looking pretty cool there for a baby. Because there's a reference to Gimli by one of the dwarves, because he's their son. And then we have the River Troll, which River, there you are. He's got like this bun up there. And then we got the Dwarf Soldier, and then Saruman on his day off. So he has no abilities, and he's just wearing a suit. He's just Saruman. He's just Saruman on his day off. And then we've got the Lady Dwarf, who gives us some quests, except for she has a red dress. And then Girion. I have no idea who that is, but that is every character in Lego The Hobbit. So guys, that is everything for all the characters in Lego The Hobbit. We're going to see you for some treasure item showcases, some red bricks, some mini kits, and then finally the cheat code showcase. So yeah guys, we'll see you in the next one. So long, and goodbye.